Hiya there and welcome to Loki Collectibles. Again, thanks for looking at my channel, regardless if it's via my website because you're interested in purchasing one of these books or you're just looking at my channel randomly on eBay. Right, I'm doing another review on one of these toy price guides from toypriceguide.co.uk. Maybe you've seen another review, I don't know, of one of these books. Right, they're only small. It's all about dinky. They're not big. They retailed this one $9.99. So it's not a big thick book like Ramsey's, but crammed full of pictures, loads of variations in there. These are just brilliant, these books. As I say, they're only small. Ramsey's better, if you want to know what the variations and stuff like that, get a Ramsey's book anyway. Just don't listen to the prices in the Ramsey's book. It's an absolute craziness. It makes me laugh now thinking where he got the prices from. Right, what's so brilliant about these books, right, is crammed full of prices, crammed full of pictures, right. I've been selling toys now. I'm 36 years old, and I've been doing toy fairs, things like that. Started well before eBay. I was one of the first people in England ever on eBay. Unfortunately, I fell out with them a long time ago, and I won't do it again because I was one of the people who started up eBay in the UK many years ago, and I was probably one of the first die-cast sellers on there. I know I was the biggest on there at one point. Anyway. What I basically want to say is the people who've made this here have gone round and actually found real prices. They've gone and looked at auction houses, looked at places like eBay, and actually got what the things are selling for, which makes it so much more accurate. Because if you buy Antiques, Miller's Guide or any of these, the prices are just dreamt up. This is a really clever book, telling you where they sold for. If you're someone who's listened to Ramsey or someone like that and paid a stupid price, let's take for example this one here. I'll just show you one. Right, a 191 Dodge Royal Sedan, sold for £100. It tells you from DJ Auctions. Yeah, I'm guessing at top of my head, Ramsey probably has that down for about 200 quid. Just off the top of my head, that's the type of thing he'd put down. I'm not quoting that's exactly what he said it's worth, but he overinflates stuff. If you've got one of these, in your collection, and you want to go, oh, my collection's worth so much, the amount of people who go down a Ramsey's guide and go, oh, that one says 500 quid and that one says 800, this book will actually tell you what your collection's really worth, instead of crying over spilt milk when you realise you paid too much and you haven't got stuff worth as much as you want. This book will actually tell you what your collection's really worth. If you got your item and you went to a show or went to something like that, £100 is what you would get for this model. £200 you'd get off this model if you were lucky and some American or Australian businessman came over to you and had more money than sense. That's the only time you'll ever get these silly prices they quote. Yes, don't get me wrong, I had an Australian once who met me in Stratford-upon-Avon, and he gave me the stupidest amount of money for McDonald's toys I've ever seen in my life, and I snapped his hands off. They weren't worth what he paid for. He was paying me for my time, going out my way. I lived in Birmingham. Every now and again in the toy world, something crazy like that does happen, and someone will pay you anything for anything to get it. Doesn't happen often, trust me. Anyway, that is that book. I'm sorry I was going on to another one there, but this video is just on this one. So, a really nice book. If you are a dinky collector, you can buy this from the people for a tenner. I think I've got it on my website for about a £5. It's a really good book just to put in the rack. And I'd say, it's not as thick, it won't show you, all the variants like a Ramsey's price guide will do, but what it will actually tell you is what today's going rate is. In the 80s, yes, a lot of people had a lot of new money and things were going crazy before eBay came round. As I said, I did toy fairs back in the 90s, and, I could command £10–20 for a loose Star Wars figure, with a weapon. Now, on eBay, you put the same one on, you get 3, 4, 5 quid, so things have probably, have gone down quarter in value because, eBay just ruined the market. It's as simple as that, and some people paid a fortune back in the day and they think their items are still worth the same. This will actually tell you what your items are worth. Thanks for looking. Bye bye.